I told you there's a city in Texas, a city of almost 18,000 people, 7,000 square miles, home to major businesses like UPS, that has charged its residents $0 in city property tax since 1995. That's Stafford, Texas. And it sits right next door to Missouri City, one of the largest, most diverse suburbs in the entire Houston metro. Same county, same freeway, completely different approach on how to run a city. Today, we're comparing Missouri City and Stafford across population, housing, taxes, schools, and daily life. So you know exactly which one fits you. Let's dive in. Both cities sit in Fort Bend County, just southwest of Houston, and both border each other directly. Missouri City is the giant of the two. As of 2026, estimates its population sits around 80,600 people spread across nearly 29 square miles, with a small portion actually extending into Harris County. It's grown by roughly 8% since 2020 census and is currently the 56th most populated city in the entire state of Texas. Stafford is much smaller, much compact, and about 18,000 residents packed into just 7 square miles, giving it one of the higher population densities in the area. Stafford's population has actually been essentially flat to declining. In the recent estimates, it's growing about 3.5% since 2020. While during the workday, its population effectively triples as commuters and employees pour in for work. Since Stafford has a huge daytime commercial industrial base relative to its size. So, right away, Missouri City is a sprawling, mostly residential suburb. Stafford is small, dense, and built around commerce as much as housing. Taxes. This is the section that makes Stafford genuinely unusual, not just in Fort Bend County, but in the entire country. In 1995, Stafford abolished its municipal property tax entirely for both homeowners and businesses alike. And it's held that line for roughly 30 years, making it the largest city in Texas to operate without a property tax. Instead, the city funds itself primarily through sales tax, a 2% local sales tax on top of the state's 6.25%. It's a split between city government and its Economic Development Corporation. So sales and use tax revenue makes up more than half of the city's total income. Now, more important, it's a nuance. Stafford residents still pay property taxes to Fort Bend County, the school, the district, and Houston Community College. So it's not completely tax-free existence. The combined property tax rate in Stafford, once you add those other layers, comes out to roughly 1.5%, which is still noticeably lower than the roughly 2% combined tax rate typically in nearby Houston area cities like Missouri City, where the full stack of county, city, school, and drainage district tax applies. There has been recent political debate whether Stafford should reinstate a property tax as city costs continue to rise. So this is worth double checking at the time you're watching this, but as for now, the zero city property tax model is still in place. Housing and costs. In terms of home prices, Missouri City's median sale price was around $347,000 as of early 2026, though homes were taking a long time to sell, about 94 days on market, well above the previous 63 days on market, suggesting a market that's cooled off somewhat. Other estimates put Missouri City's broader median home value closer to $225,000 up to $324,000, depending on the data source and which neighborhood are included. Since Missouri City spans everything from more affordable starter homes up to higher end master plan communities, Stafford stock is smaller, more limited inventory simply because the city itself is so much smaller. But rents and home prices there tend to be close to the broader Fort Bend average, with the property tax savings act as a real offset to overall cost of living, especially for long-term homeowners. On general cost of living, Missouri City runs below the national average on several major indices, with housing costs estimated around 13 to 14% lower than the national average, and food costs like 9% lower, making it one of the most affordable large suburbs in the Houston area per size. Income and jobs. Missouri City's median household income sits around $94,000 to $99,000 depending on data source, with a poverty rate of about 7% and an unemployment rate of around 4%. That's a notable affluent number for a suburb of its size. And it reflects Missouri City's large base of professional and also managerial households. Stafford, on the other hand, Stafford's median household income runs close behind, $87,400 with a similar poverty rate of 8%. But Stafford's real economic story is about resident income. It's about the sheer density of the businesses per capita. Stafford has built a business-friendly reputation, specifically to attract commercial and industrial employers, including major logistic operations like a UPS. Precisely because that commercial tax base is what allows no property tax model to work. If you're a business owner, Stafford's whole economic model was built with you in mind. If you're a resident who commutes elsewhere for work, that dynamic, it matters less on a day-to-day basis, though it does keep your overall tax burden down. Schools. This is one of the sharpest contrasts between the two cities. Missouri City is primarily Fort Bend County ISD. That's primarily who serve Missouri City, one of the largest and most established school districts in the region, with a long track record of strong academic programs across a wide range of schools. Stafford is served by Stafford Municipal School District. And this is a genuinely unique because the only municipal school district in the entire state of Texas, meaning it's overseen by the state the way traditional independent school districts are. So they're pretty much their own ecosystem. It includes, you have Stafford High School, you also have Stafford Middle School, and you have the STEM Magnet Academy that has earned strong ratings for families. This means Stafford offers a smaller, more centralized school system, while Missouri City offers the scale and resources of a much larger district. Demographics and community. Feel both cities are genuinely diverse, which is typically Fort Bend County as a whole, often cited as one of the most ethnically diverse counties in the entire United States. Missouri City's population is roughly 38% to 40% Black, and about 19% to 20% white, and close to 19% Asian, with a meaningful and growing Hispanic population also. And it ranks in the upper tier statewide for diversity. Stafford is roughly 30% Black, 24% Asian, 19 to 20% white, with a notable younger median age range around 32, compared to Missouri City's older median age range of 40. That age gap matters. Missouri City reads more like an established family-oriented suburb with residents who settle in for the long term, while Stafford, younger population, heavy daytime commuter influx give it a busier, more transitional business district feel, layered on top of its residential areas also. Final verdict. Which one should you pick? If you want a larger, more established suburb with strong schools through Fort Bend ISD, more housing variety, and a quieter residential identity, Missouri City is a stronger fit for most families. If minimizing your property tax burden is a top priority, especially if you're a business owner or you plan to own long term, Stafford's tax structure is honestly hard to beat anywhere in Texas, and its compact size means a shorter commute within the city itself. Just keep an eye on the news. Either way, Missouri City's housing market has been cooling, and Stafford, decades-long no property tax, has been facing real political pressure. So both situations are worth checking for the latest updates before you commit. That's Missouri City. Missouri City versus Stafford. Two very different suburbs, 3 miles apart. Let me know in the comments which one you choose. Or if you live in the Fort Bend County area, tell us what we got right and what we got wrong. If this helped, drop a like and subscribe for more information on Texas relocation.